Welcome, one and all, to Gray's Spotlight on the recently released Minecraft 1.8 update. We have come full circle since the update that changed it all, Minecraft Beta 1.8, and there's a ton of new features in the Bountiful update to keep you satisfied. This update is unique in that it adds more features than any other update, and also took the longest time to create at over 300 days. So first of all, we've got this new world border. It can be made by doing the world border set however large you want it to be command. This is 64. It will always generate around the 0x0z point, not the spawn point, so you need to find that first. Just a note. And then we've got rabbits, little rabbits. They're passive. They spawn in any grassy biome, so that's everything from swamps to jungles to plains. And they can be tamed with a carrot, and they're supposed to follow you if you tame them with a carrot. But apparently this one doesn't want to follow me, it wants to escape out the world border. They will also run away from you, and they hop instead of run. So, and then here's a big feature. In the ocean can sometimes generate structures called ocean monuments. They're comprised of prismarine. If you watch that block while I'm talking, you'll see that it changes color slowly, very slowly. Prismarine bricks, here, dark prismarine, and sea lanterns. They can also be crafted with the drops from the Guardians. They're dangerous, trust me. And the Elder Guardian, which is prismarine mostly. Prismarine shards and prismarine crystals. They can also drop raw fish. And the Elder Guardian, that's the boss, will give you mining fatigue so you can't mine all the treasures of the temple until it's dead. It will drop some wet sponge upon death. The Guardians will just drop prismarine crystals. That's kind of a rare drop. Prismarine shards. And they make the most obnoxious noise when they're out of water. This has caused me to call the Elder Guardian the mother of all squeaks. It's really annoying, and you have no idea how annoyed I got having to set this thing up and having them squeak the whole time. We also have new fences. They can now be crafted with spruce, dark oak, jungle, birch, or acacia wood. The same goes for doors, fence gates, and that's it. And also, we have slightly new water physics. So, I can fill this up with water, and now, normally it would just make a ring of water around it, and now it just fills it up automatically. So, that's kind of cool, and a little more helpful. And then, we can also smelt wet sponge, which is dropped from the Elder Guardian, or found in ocean monuments in great quantities. But remember, you have mining fatigue until you kill all three Elder Guardians. So, then, the sponge can now dry up water! Yes! And you get a wet sponge which kind of sweats water, and you can dry that out in a furnace to use. Just a note, you will probably want to have the Depth Strider enchantment. Oh yeah. And there's a new system. You need to put Minecraft : and then the name before you do something. Oh, dang it. I forgot. It needs to be the boots. And Depth Strider, it will make you move faster underwater, and if you have the highest level, which is 3, then speed will affect your speed underwater. So, say I could give myself speed 5, and if I had Depth Strider 3 boots, then I would move speed 5. And then, on to the rabbits. They can be bred with carrots, or golden carrots, and they are pretty common. They will drop raw rabbit if they're killed while not on fire, cooked rabbit if they're killed while on fire, and sometimes rabbit hide. 4 rabbit hide makes 1 leather. They will rarely drop rabbit's feet. Those can be used, they can be brewed into an awkward potion to get you a potion of jumping, which will increase your jump capabilities and give you some really cool green particle effects. I just drank a potion of jumping 2, which allows me to jump 2 blocks into the air, I think. Yep, 2 blocks into the air. And then they can also be used to craft rabbit stew, which also requires an apple, I think a baked potato, a carrot, and some other stuff. It's really complex, but it's really good too. It restores 4 hunger and almost as much saturation as beef and, steak. Sorry. And yeah, there are new fence gates. Then the secret thing with rabbits, if you get a name tag and right-click one and call it Toast, then it will get this unique skin. This is actually a memorial to a Reddit user's girlfriend whose rabbit went missing shortly before the patch in which rabbits were introduced. A Mojang employee kind of introduced it as a memorial. But still, Toast the Rabbit is pretty cute, if you ask me. And then here's the Killer Bunny. It can rarely spawn, I think it's a 1/1000th chance instead of a normal rabbit, but you can also spawn it by doing summon rabbit tilde rabbit type 99. And here we go. It comes pre-spawned with a name tag. And if you hit it, it'll run away and then attack. And it's pretty dangerous, actually. It's a reference to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Awesome movie. And then we have a new type of dirt, coarse dirt. Well, we kind of had this already, but it wasn't available from the creative or survival inventories. And it only generated in certain biomes, mega taigas and savannas, I think, to keep grass from growing. But grass will not grow on this. As you can see, its texture is slightly different from real dirt, which I will show here. See? Different. I kind of like the coarse dirt more. And then we have new doors. Spruce looks awesome. It looks medieval. And we also have birch doors, which are kind of nice. Jungle doors, which look a little weird. Acacia doors, which are slotted. And dark oak doors, which look kind of like mansion doors, if you ask me. And then endermites, new mob. They are a little bit glitched right now. The model is a little bit weird. They're supposed to look like a silverfish, which is that. And they will spawn, they have a chance of spawning when a player teleports using an ender pearl, or when an enderman teleports. Endermen will actually attack these guys, as if they're like some sort of parasite that falls off when they teleport. But they're not that dangerous. They're just kind of annoying when you're trying to get around with ender pearls. And then, here we go. We have iron trapdoors. They can only be activated with a redstone signal. And we get these guys, sheep. But now, finally, they drop food! Mutton, raw mutton, and cooked mutton. Yes! Not as good as beef and steak. Steak and pork chops. But still a pretty good food. I keep having to remind myself, oh, I'm hungry. I can go kill that sheep and get food. That's mind-blowing. It goes against Minecraft. Okay, maybe not. It's kind of cool, though. Then we have new minecart physics. They go much, much, much faster now on a powered rail. However, they do have a chance of derailing. Thankfully, mine didn't derail as it went around that curve, since it wasn't going fast enough, but they can derail. Now on to probably a very cool aesthetic feature. You can now use colored glass to change the color of a beacon's light. If I do it farther up, see, it will change wherever the colored glass is on its beam. And it has no improvements to the beacon, no changes whatsoever except for the color. And it changes pretty fast, actually, so we might have some nice light shows coming along soon. And then here's a really cool one, armor stands. We have a new entity, actually, that is an armor stand. You can place that and put your armor on it or take it off. It's kind of cool, actually. And then we have banners. These can be customized a lot. You get a white banner, let's say. I'm going to put, I'm gonna put a lime skull and crossbones on it with a wither skull and some green dye. And I'm gonna customize its color. No, I can't do that. Never mind. But they're pretty cool looking, actually, and can look sort of like shields. Okay, maybe not, but, you know. I've seen them used as such in armor stands. And then, yeah, they look pretty nice. Nice way to mark your fortress or whatever. And now, formerly, mob skulls were not available in survival mode, except the wither skeleton skulls, and those were really rare. But now, zombie, skeleton, and creeper skulls are actually available in survival mode. We're going to actually demonstrate on a creeper. No. Time set night. And now we'll spawn a zombie and a skeleton right here. And we are going to strike lightning on the creeper with the new summon entity. Summon lightning bolt. Okay, let's hope they survive that. Heck, let's just make them survive it. Oops. That wasn't intended. That really wasn't intended. I forgot that undead mobs are harmed by healing potions. Oh well, we can just spawn another. But now, we're going to want to die here. Yeah. Creepers now have a different exploding animation. Oh, it blew up my armor stand. You're no funs. But now, if a zombie, creeper, or skeleton is killed close enough to a charged creeper's explosion, then they will drop their skull. As you can see, they have a slightly different sprite in the inventory now. Set the time to day. And that's a pretty cool feature, actually. I like mob heads. However, since creepers are so rare, I mean charged creepers, oh, there'll probably be something to get charged creepers now. And now, it is possible to craft chiseled stone brick by doing two stone slabs. And then, it's also possible to get mossy stone bricks and moss stone. You just need vines, cobblestone, or stone bricks. It's also possible you need to take some stone brick and then smelt it in a furnace, and that will give you cracked stone brick. So now it's possible to get these without venturing into strongholds and risking your life. And then I just wanted to demonstrate this one. It's probably the coolest, and I'm using a pillar of one of the new polished stones. You can see them over there. Diorite, andesite, and granite can all be crafted into their polished versions. And now, I'm going to jump off this, and I would normally die because it's so high up. However, I won't. I will bounce. Slime blocks! Oh yeah. No fall damage, and I bounced. How cool is that? Slime blocks, kind of hard to get unless you live in a swamp biome, though, because it takes 9 slime balls to craft them. Woo! But once you do, you got a nice fall damage negator. Slower, actually. It makes you slower. And generally fun trampoline block. It's pretty awesome. Keep in mind that this is not all that is introduced in 1.8. There's still a lot of cool stuff, like new commands that I'm not smart enough to do. And I will give you my opinion on 1.8. It is either going to be the best or the worst update Minecraft has ever encountered. I just ran into the world border there. That was interesting. Why do I say this? It's because all updates need a direction. Optimization, survival, adventure, or building. Something that adds a bunch of blocks, say 1.8, for instance, with all the new prismarine and red sandstone that I showed you over there, is going to be a really cool new update for builders, because they have a bunch of new stuff to work with. Then a survival update would add a bunch of new stuff for survival, like a new boss. Say 1.4.2, the pretty scary update. It added wither skeletons, zombie villagers, new golden apples. No, not new golden apples, just a way to cure zombie villagers using them. It added the wither, that's a big one. 1.4.2 is a very survival update. Then optimization. That's to make things easier to do in Minecraft, or to add new rendering engines, like the one introduced in 1.8. It's making me not lag as much as I usually would recording. Or the maximum chunk distance, which has been doubled to 32. It's that good. That's an optimization update. 1.5.2, with all its redstone gizmos and new things, new engines and stuff, that was an optimization update. Then again, people don't really like optimization updates because they don't add a whole lot of new stuff to play with. And then an update without a direction, without a set direction, that doesn't cover bases adequately, say 1.6. That was a bad update. If you need to name an update after a single feature introduced, i.e. horses, that's going to be a bad update. And then adventure, say. That's to encourage exploration and gaining new things, like 1.7. 1.7.2 was a big adventure update because it added a ton of new biomes and a couple new things you could find. And now 1.8, it adds ocean monuments, new blocks, new versions of doors, new survival mechanics, it definitely adds optimization, that's another one. It adds a new pet, it adds some pretty cool new mobs. That update pretty much touches all bases: optimization, survival, adventure, and building. And that's why I think this is kind of an experiment in updates. It could go really, really well, appealing to everybody at once. However, it could also bomb horribly for not placing enough emphasis on a single category. I think it's one of the coolest updates introduced. Personally, my favorite was probably 1.7, but it's really your choice what your favorite update is. Comment below for just telling me what your favorite is. Favorite of all the updates in Minecraft. Lastly, if you like this video, please do me a favor and like this video. I mean, not emotionally like it. If you emotionally liked it, please hit the like button down below. If you like enough of my stuff, go ahead and subscribe to me. That is pretty easy and can bring you some pretty cool stuff. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this new update as much as I do.